back to the channel. Now it's probably Christmas Day when you're watching this. Santa might have been the night before and he might have eaten your cookies and left you a copy of Gran Turismo 7 under your Christmas tree. It's also a time to spend time with your family. I'm doing just that, and I've got two annoying brats right here. One is my nephew and one's my niece, and they both want to say hello on this video.
Hello. Hello.
So this week we're in Daily Race C and we've gone over to Suzuka in Japan. Everyone seems to think that the Nissan GTR is the best car for this race, along with a couple others, maybe the Lexus. Now, is that really the case? Is that really the best car? Or do we have another option, like another meta? The Mazda Atenza Group 3. Now, Suzuka is one of those circuits that everyone loves. It's very flowing, and you need to be very precise on it. But sometimes, being precise just doesn't happen. As you're going to see with Max over here, if you just get it wrong, you're going to hit the barrier and head into the shadow realm. So consistency is key around Suzuka, and this is probably one of my favourite parts of the circuit. As you're going up the hill here, you get into 3rd, 4th and 5th gear, and as you hit the brake markers, you're going to go into the 1st and the 2nd Degner. Now these are two of my favourite corners in motorsport, 1st Degner and the 2nd Degner. As you can see, someone else has gone out, and it's the German. They've gone out, spun around and they've ghosted, so we're now up to P9 in the space of half a lap. As we get to the hairpin, nearly going to the back of Dan over here, and we're being flashed by unlucky number 13 behind. Now with unlucky number 13, I don't want any bad juju, so I'm probably just going to play it safe. If he comes a bit close, I'm going to let them past. And this is probably one of the other best parts of the circuit, it's Spoon. Spoon sees a lot of crazy stuff happening, as we can see with Mud and Dust 2 over here. They've just gone wide, done a little 360, and as we get onto the straight, we've got unlucky number 13 coming right behind us. Now, we're getting up to this end of the straight, you got 130R. This is one of the fastest corners in motorsport, and we've got a car right alongside us, and we're not going to be crazy and let them go by side. We're going to back out, and we're going to let them through. Now, as we get here, Dan PH has gone into the gravel, into the kitty litter, someone needs to clear it, and we've gone into someone! We're in the middle of someone's car. How that is possible, I don't know, but we carry on, back onto the main straight. And as we're on the main straight, we've got a bit of gap in front and a bit of a gap behind, so we've got a little bit of an easy chance to do a bit of tyre saving, not worry about too much of being under pressure and defending. And as we get here, this is why you don't fight with someone. Unlucky 13 has just given us that place back.
Very unlucky.
It really is unlucky.
Now at the end of lap 2, we're back at this little chicane, and we've got a yellow flag out. The yellow flag is out for someone who's gone out on the main straight. It looks like Adamos. Adamos is gone, he's got a penalty, and we're now up to P6. So that's P11 to P6 in the space of 2 laps. And as we go into lap 3, we're going up the hill and we're seeing 2 cars battling. That's good news for us, because we know if they're battling up ahead, we're going to get closer. If we get closer, we got a chance of getting that place. Now the names are quite funny. You got Smitty Bourbon and Hey Bam Bam. Now what's going to happen here? Let's find out. As we go into the hairpin, they're getting closer, and somehow it looks like Bourbon might have just missed his braking point, gone into the back of Bam Bam. There was a bit of Bam Bam there, and he spun round right behind us, and we're now to P5. With them being in the Renault behind, it's not the fastest car in the straight line, and we're going to have a bit of a chance to pull away and try and get a bit of a gap to Smitty behind. Now that was the plan as we got onto the straight near to 130R, and we somehow messed up our gearing going through it, and it's allowed Smitty to get back up right next to us. And as we go to the braking point, I'm just not going to fight it, I'm going to let them past, and we're going to live to fight another day. And the reason you do this when you're racing in motorsport is because you avoid crashes, and if you're smart, as soon as you get on that straight, you got a faster car, get into that slipstream, sit right in behind, tuck in, and then pull out, and you've got the position back again.
You can do it, Uncle!
Yeah, you can do it!
You can do it! Come on!
And as we go past Bourbon over there, the crowd goes wild. All 2 people that are here watching as I record are going crazy and ballistic, cheering me on. And with that in mind, the game is telling you to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the likes as we go through 130R, and as we get to the hairpin, you're going to see that people are going to start pitting, and they were on the soft tyres. They were quicker because they were on the softer rubber, as you're going to be able to see right up here on the top left. And Banan has gone in. Banan has gone into the pits. They were on the soft tyres, so that gap is coming into our advantage now. They were in the Lexus, so the Lexus can only do 4 laps on those soft tyres.
Why are the soft tires faster?
Well, the reason they're faster is because they're softer. They're softer, which means they're going to be a lot more grippier on the track. But what happens is, they're going to wear a lot quicker. So you won't go as fast into the race.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't know that actually though.
And as we get to the end of lap 5, more people are coming in. Esco is in from P2, and he would have been on the Nissan GTR. So the Nissan can go that extra distance on the soft tyres. Is it really worth it? We don't know. But all we know is that we're back up to P3, right behind Bam Bam, and we got one more lap to go before we stop ourselves and get off the medium tyres and onto those fresh soft rubber. And coming into the end of lap 6, it's time. It's time for us to go into the pits. Now, Bam Bam, just ahead of us, is also going to pit. Cyan was on the medium, so we're pretty much on the same strategy as the guys ahead. And as we dive into the pits, we need to be careful with the pit lines. If we get those pit lines and clip them, it's a 3-second penalty. But we didn't, and we're into the pits, the crew is out, and they're getting ready for us to make our stop. As we made the stop, we did remember to change those tyres. We went onto the soft tyres because they are mandatory, so we need to use both types of tyres in this race. We hit the pit stops, into the box, all 4 tyres are changed, Red Bull eat your heart out, and we're straight out and right behind Bam Bam where we were. And as always, when you pit, the tyres are going to be cold. They're not going to be warm, and you need to be a bit more careful. But as we go up the hill here, Bam Bam just goes wide, probably lost a bit of grip, and went through into P5. We've gained that position into the top 5, and we're going to try and hunt down Banan, who's right up ahead, albeit 7 whole seconds, and getting further ahead. Now, our main problem right now is, remember Bourbon from earlier on, who had a little spin? They're right on our tail again. They're hounding us all over the back of us, and as we go into the hairpin, we manage to see a little wiggle in our mirror, and we're going to try and pull through and try and get that little bit of a gap between us and them. It wasn't that easy, because by the time we got to the chicane at the end of the lap, Bourbon was right up against us again, but had another little wiggle. But more importantly, Danny O has gone into the pits. They've managed to do almost 7 whole laps on those medium tyres, and they could have stopped a little bit earlier. Considering they're on the Nissan, they probably could have stopped 2 whole laps earlier. They didn't. We're not going to complain. We're P4, and that's a good position right now that we need to fend off. We need to keep ahead of Bourbon and guarantee at least that P4, which, considering we started 11th, not a bad finish, is it? And for the next 2 laps, not much really happened. It was pretty boring. We managed to get away from Bam Bam, who at this point had overtaken Bourbon again, and we managed to close the gap to Banan. That gap has gone down to just about 3 seconds, and there is a little sniff of an opportunity here as they're fighting with Cyan towards the end. Now, going back to the main question at the beginning, is the Mazda the new meta car at Suzuka? The answer is probably not. It probably isn't the best car. It probably is the Nissan if you're going to try and be the fastest car out there. But the Mazda is fun, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? New, different car, different type of handling, it grips well, it's a very good front end, but it does have a bit of higher tyre wear. Now the tyre wear is pretty considerable. As you can see, by the time we've done 3.5-4 laps, the wear is pretty much done at the front. We're starting to lose a bit of grip. But with Cyan making a mistake, we've got a bit of a sniff onto a podium position here. With a good exit out of the second Degner, as we go into the hairpin, we've got to hit the brakes, try not to crash into the back of them. They've got stickers that apparently make them go faster. Who knew? Stickers can make it go faster. But we haven't got the traction. It just shows you that the best car out there is the Nissan, not the Mazda. We gave it a try, and it wasn't a bad car after all. But maybe it does show that Polyphony may just be listening, and there may just be a few more options than those single manufacturer races that we sometimes get. Going into Spoon for the last time, Banan goes wide and just gives that Cyan a bit of a sniff. But we're too far back to take advantage of anything. We've just got to sit in behind, see out the 4th place position, which is also great. And as we head to 130R for the last time, thank you again for watching the video. It's been a pleasure. Slightly quirky this one. We've had a bit of a fun time recording it. It's been fun. What can we say? That's what Gran Turismo, that's what Christmas is all about. Getting together, having a bit of fun and a laugh. Hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, like I've said before, it doesn't cost you anything to just hit that subscribe button. Make that my little Christmas present if you want. And as we can go in, we'll just see almost a photo finish between these guys up ahead. But do hit those like buttons, the subscribe buttons, turn on the notifications, all that good stuff. Hope you've enjoyed your presents from Santa. If you've got GT7 for the first time, go out there, enjoy it, love it, like we all do. If you've had it before, keep playing it. It's a great community. We've got some new daily races coming on Monday. These look like they're going to be a load of fun. And remember, you've only got about 7 days if you're watching this on Christmas to do the challenge to get those 1.8 million credits. Now there's 2 challenges, one at Spa, one at Willow Springs. The quickest one is here. It will take you 8 minutes. Click on the bottom right and you'll take you straight through to it. And I'll see you on the next one.